Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to review and play Galactic Rangers VR. Actually, this will be more of a let's play than a review. I got a free Steam key through the Steam Curator Connect program to review this game. This game will release tomorrow on the Steam store for the HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality. I don't know what the price will be, and this is a pre-release build, so I don't know if when the game releases tomorrow, whether this will be the same build or they're going to update it, how much extra content they'll have. Right now, the pre-release build only has like one level, and it took me 23 minutes to beat that level on my first try on normal. After that, I tried the level on harder difficulty. I'm not sure if it was just named hard or what the name of the more difficult level was, but it was much more difficult, obviously, and I died pretty quickly. So there was a big difference between normal and the next highest difficulty. Let's go ahead and start. Put English, and let's try normal, and then I'll show some of the harder difficulty if time permits. So there's only one episode 1. And yeah, hard was a lot harder than normal, and so there's no way I would try expert. So let's go ahead and try normal. Like I said, I beat the game in 23 minutes on my first try on normal. There is a boss fight at the end. This is a space pirate trainer clone, except that you're on a floating platform. We're not going to do tutorial, no. And you have 2 handguns, and you have a shield as well that you can get by pressing your trigger button. You don't have melee weapons, but you can shoot enemies and you'll get upgrades. So you might have bullets that repeat at a higher rate, or you might get lasers, or you might get health, stuff like that, or a slow time ability. The one thing about this game, though, that I do have to mention is that, again, this is a pre-release build, but I experienced severe lag spikes at different times during the game. It seems to be when there's lots of enemies on screen, and this game has something I don't like in games, and VR games especially, is that the bullets bend. So what I mean by that is that bullets have a slow rate of speed, and ooh, that was a big lag spike right there. So when you're tracking an enemy, you really have to shoot forward quite a bit. Oh, come on, I thought I was shooting that. Like I said, you can use the shield to protect yourself, or you could actually shoot the projectiles, and except for those, except that I don't know why the projectiles wouldn't okay, finally got a repeater there. And we got a slow time ability. One thing I don't like about the slow time ability is how it changes to a monochrome color. It just makes it that much more difficult to see. And sometimes it feels like you're more focused on possible projectiles than actual enemies. Again. So those severe lag spikes really do affect gameplay. I hope that gets fixed because it really affected my enjoyment of this game. This is supposed to be an arcade type versus, Space Pirate Trainer, which is more like a competitive, climb the leaderboard type of deal. This is more like you can quickly get into it. So it's more approachable for like a beginner. But definitely I think that Space Pirate Trainer has a lot more depth to the gameplay, and this is still a better game overall in my opinion than this Space Pirate Trainer clone. And there's other games of this type that I think are also better. I'm not going to name all the games that I think are better, but I think this is good. I'm not going to say it's a bad game. It's not a bad game, but just I played better versions of this game, including the original, or the first one that was probably well known, which is Space Pirate Trainer, obviously. And severe lag spikes right now is hard, and it's hard to see where stuff is when you get those lag spikes. Like those frame rate drops. Wow, right now it kind of makes the game unplayable at times when it's that bad. Again, I'm on a 1060 GTX. I know for those of you who might be new to my channel, and I do plan to upgrade in the future, near future. So hooray for that. Got a little promotion at work, sort of. Well, It's not really a promotion, but let's just say my financial situation is a little bit better now. So it looks like I'll be able to spend a little bit for Christmas. Oh. Oh, come on. So I was trying to get that repeater and it just wouldn't get there. Like I said, the bullets take a little bit of time to actually hit their target. There is some enemy variety at the beginning, but by the second half of the game, you've already seen all the enemy types until you get to the final boss fight. The boss fight to me was a little underwhelming. Not that it was a bad boss fight, I was just expecting more, something more challenging, and it really wasn't, at least not on normal. Maybe on the hard difficulty, that boss fight is better. I haven't gotten to the boss fight on hard difficulty. I only tried the very beginning on hard, and yes, it was a lot harder. Not just a little harder, a lot harder. So you gotta watch out for those asteroids as well, because they can damage you. I'm not sure how the power-ups work. I think they're on a timer, if I'm not mistaken. So you can't just spam them. But I'm not 100% sure on that. That's the way it seemed like to me though when playing the game. So as you can see, for the most part, at least on normal, you don't have to move around a lot. I've been able to stay still for the most part, which is good, because quite frankly, I'm a little lazy at the moment. I don't want to be moving all around for no... So there's like a little mini boss fight coming up, and we got the laser, so there's another different type of weapon. As you can see, the boss fight itself is not that difficult. And we use our shield to block damage from that. And I believe it worked, if I'm not mistaken. And you can explode those things if you want. I'm not sure I want to show much more on normal difficulty. I think we've seen everything except the boss fight. But I do want to save a little bit of mystery for you guys, so I'm not going to show the boss fight. Sorry, guys. And as you can see, I don't know why they do this with the slow motion. I'd rather just have slow motion, not the different... So the good thing about the shotgun, obviously, is that you can easily hit all the projectiles headed towards you, so you don't have to dodge. So, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quit. Ah, we got the rocket launcher. Okay, good. Okay, now I think I can quit after I show this. So that's the rocket launcher. To me, the rocket launcher actually feels like the least satisfying weapon. And you do run out of it pretty quick, so compared to the other weapons. Okay. I think we've shown everything. Okay, one more boss fight, and that'll be it. And all that happens as you go further, there's more bosses, there's just more enemies, but it's not really more difficult. Especially since, at least on normal, they're pretty generous with getting those health pickups. So you can take damage and you're still good. And let me just show the final portion. Before we get to the final stage. And I'll just show a little bit on hard, just to show you the difference. I think we're good. Okay, so... Okay, hello, we're back. And like I said, now we're going to try the game on hard to show you the difference. I'm not going to survive very long because, like I said, there's a big difficulty curve from normal to hard. The game is a little bit too laggy, I think, for hard. And there's just a lot of stuff going on and you don't see it clearly because of the frame rate drops. Again, that's on my 1060 GTX. On normal, I did beat the game in 23 minutes. On hard, I died pretty quickly. I couldn't even get past the first part. I don't think this game is as good as Space Pirate Trainer, and there's some clones of Space Pirate Trainer that are better than this as well. If I had to rate this game overall, it's hard to say without knowing the price. But I'm leaning towards a 6 out of 10 as long as it's reasonably priced. What I mean by that is like maybe $8 for the current. Well, for the current content, definitely less than $5. Given that it's only one episode, I'm assuming there's going to be more episodes. That's why I say $8. But who knows? I don't know how many episodes there are. I don't know how much content there is. I'm assuming better boss fights, more enemies, more different types of enemies, and just more content. And then it'll be worth more than $10. But for right now, I would say definitely this is less than probably $3 with the current content right now, if I'm being honest. I just assume there's going to be more. That's why I'm hesitant to say $3 right now. I don't know. But as long as it's like priced reasonably, given the amount of content it has. Again, this is a pre-release build. I don't know what the final build will look like. I'm not privy to that information, so it's just guesses on my part. But right now, there's just not a whole lot of content. Really, the content is trying this on hard and expert. It's just so hard to see. And with the lag spikes right now, it's just, those are like impossible to dodge with the lag spikes. Because I don't know where they are. I see the frame rate drops, but... Okay. So that was the end of the game. Again, those lag spikes just made it impossible for me there. Not that I was doing great without the lag spikes, but they definitely didn't help, those frame rate drops. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been Galactic Ranger VR. Comes out on the Steam store tomorrow. And just depending on price, that will determine how I rate this game. But to me, it's just pretty average. Maybe a little bit better than the average SPT clone, but just barely. I mean, there's definitely better SPT Space Pirate Trainer clones out there, and the original Space Pirate Trainer is definitely better than this. I'm Fast Lawyer. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.